This year's recipient of the Southwest PGA Youth Player Development Award is Dale Balvin, PGA professional and founder of Golf's Elementary, recognizing him for his leadership in growing the game at the junior level. Born in Huron, South Dakota, Balvin began learning the game of golf at the age of 10 from his parents and a local professional. He was a member of his high school's basketball and golf teams before attending Ferris State University in Big Rapids, Michigan, where he earned a degree in professional golf management. After graduation, Dale earned his PGA membership in 1992 and spent the next 10 years working for Troon Golf at numerous facilities as an assistant, head golf professional, and director of golf. He spent 2 years working for Interwest Golf Group before founding Golf's Elementary in 2006. Golf's Elementary, an afternoon golf program teaching kids in 3 school districts, Scottsdale, Cave Creek, and Paradise Valley, Arizona, introduces the game of golf to over 300 juniors a year. Dale focuses his teaching specifically for children ages 5 to 14, and over the past 10 years, his junior golf programs and tournaments have reached over 600 juniors annually. In 2010, Dale began offering programs at local courses, including on-course golf instruction and playing opportunities for juniors. Dale and his staff teach 90 to 110 juniors per month through their after-school classes, summer camps, and additional classes and camps at Gainey Ranch Golf Club, Foothills Golf Club, and the Biltmore Resort. In addition to his Golf's Elementary program, Dale began operating the U.S. Kids Golf Tour in Phoenix in 2010. The U.S. Kids Golf Tour in Phoenix consistently has over 100 participants each week for their fall and spring tours. Dale served as a volunteer for the Arizona Junior Golf Association's Itty Bitty events, which introduced kids to the game of golf through one-day instructional classes, fun play held at local parks across the Arizona Valley. He also advocates for the Drive, Chip, and Putt Championship events and has created his own season-ending event at Kierland Golf Club in Scottsdale. He introduced the PGA Junior League to Kierland Golf Club, fielding a 12-player team in its inaugural year. Dale has been recognized as a top 50 U.S. Kids Master Instructor in 2010 and in 2011. And in 2012, he was named the U.S. Kids Tour Director of the Year. Dale and his wife Jamie reside in Scottsdale and are the parents of daughter Tracy and sons Trevor and Todd. Please join me in welcoming to the stage and congratulating our 2016 Southwest PGA Youth Player Development Award recipient, Mr. Dale Balvin.
So Youth Player Development Award, congratulations on that.
Thanks.
So what's the favorite part for you with working with kids specifically?
I would say them being so, I guess, you never know what you're going to get that day. I go back to Forrest Gump. It's kind of like a box of chocolates. Some days it's kind of like herding cats, as we call it. And then some days you'll have maybe the kid's first chip into the hole and everything's awesome. And then you'll have somebody that maybe just missed passing level 1, getting over to level 2, and you've got a child in tears. So you're coaching that every different aspect every day. You just got to learn kind of what comes at you.
Yeah. So you've got a very successful program, Golf's Elementary, but you're also highly engaged in PGA Junior League, Drive, Chip, and Putt, and other programs to compete and grow the game of golf with youth. Can you tell us a little bit more specifically about Golf's Elementary and what's been the secret for your success with that program?
Yeah, Golf's Elementary, well, I mean, I started this 11 years ago, kind of on a reinvent type basis because with the management company I was working with closed its doors, so you're kind of like back in the self-evaluation. What do you want to do? Right. Who do you, what do you, what do you like doing in the, for the most part? And started Golf's Elementary in 2006, and called a local district here, Cave Creek, and said, hey, what about teaching kids, after school golf? And they said, great, let's try it. So it was a hit, and then we got, the parents kind of basically pulled me in and saying, okay, now what do we do? So I got an agreement with a local golf course, and we started, getting kids from the the schools and moving them, getting them over, the ones that wanted to kind of take it further and moving them over and teaching them at the golf course. And then later on, about 4 or 5 years down the road, we had an opportunity to run U.S. Kids, and I always thought that was kind of the icing on the cake, because now you're taking them from basically first experience and then getting them to play tournament golf. So I kind of pulled the whole program together, but we keep it fun, and we keep it fun, and we keep it fun. And at the end of the day, when we're doing our camps, so for example, we're doing our camps in the summertime, it's 110 degrees out. Last day, it's Thursday, and we finish with kind of a water balloon fight, okay? And when we're handing the kids off to the parents, the kids are like, can we come back next week? And I'm like, it's 110 degrees out here, guys, But they just loved it, and it's all game-based. So we're coaching along with them, but they're learning through games and being target-oriented.
Nice. Have you experienced that junior yet, who you got at a young age, and you've seen them transition all the way through early adulthood and still playing the game?
Yeah. Well, I would say we've been doing it 10 years, so I would say the closest one I've got is probably going to be playing high school golf next year. So we took him from having a golf as an interest, and then he'll be probably on a high school team.
Sport. So
it takes years. Years to learn.
Yeah.
So you're coaching parents alongside, trying to teach the parents alongside the kids, how long it's going to take to learn the game. So
I've seen a lot of golf pros in my career who have attempted junior golf programs, and they had the greatest intent in the world, but it takes a certain personality to engage the youth, patience or what have you, to stay involved. So, what's your advice to other PGA professionals as far as what's that most important trait that a golf professional needs to run a very successful junior program like yourself?
Patience with the kids, obviously. When you're teaching, you got to get down on their level. I don't know how many times I'm teaching on my knees versus standing up. Keeping it fun, engaging the parents is probably the biggest thing. Because when we run our PGA Junior League, we run kind of a introduction to that league, and it's kind of the same format. But I let the parents caddy in that one, and obviously with US Kids, there's parents caddy with that one too. So, but just having the parents there, because they're the ones that are driving them to the golf course. So they got to get the kids there somehow. And so if you're kind of excluding the parents, I think you're going to lose a lot on that. So.
Well, there's a lot of junior golf programs out there, so congratulations to you for being the
Thanks.
top one and being recognized for that. And I assume you've brought some people with you. Is there anyone you'd like to thank or recognize?
Yeah, I want to say thanks to my family, because it's every weekend that we're doing this. So, we're running 32 events every year, and a state invite, and it's Saturdays and Sundays, and it's trips to Tucson, and so it's a lot of time. Dennis Farrell's here tonight. He's been teaching with me for 8 years, and he's a rock. So he's the guy that, when I call, he's there. And then I can go down the list, like Larry T. Black, and I've got volunteers, a bunch of volunteers that help run tournaments and that sort of thing. So we've got a list of about 10 instructors that help me out. I couldn't do it by myself. So.
Well, thanks for making us all look good, and thanks for being a superstar in that arena and passing on the game of golf to future generations. We really appreciate it, and keep up the great work.
Thanks.